Hello everyone, welcome in my tech free channel. I'm going to be your instructor in this Python tutorials for the beginners. Okay, let's get started. Today my video. Let's go on the screen. Open this VS Code and click these folders, and then I already created day26.py new files within the folder. And so today I'm going to discussing about the init method in the in our Python programming language. Okay, I already discussing about object oriented programming, why it's very necessary in our Python programming language or other programming language. Okay, just today I'm going to be discussing about the init method in our Python programming language. Okay, it is the special member functions within a class that is the init method. Okay, so it can be performed any task as a constructor in Python. Okay, this can be performed each and every kind of task as a constructor in Python that called also init method. Okay, so it cannot be called functions like another method, another or other methods. Okay, another or other methods look like a not to call cannot be called other functions. This init method, okay, it's called just as self parameters as self attributes to call within the method. Okay, this init method is specially used within the class, right? It is a special member functions that called the init method. Okay, now I'm going to be create a simple program or one project using the init method. You can see I just create a class name is student. Okay, student. And so div, I just use the init method. Here have passed the any arguments, any values. Okay, here have already declared this parameter, self parameter. You can also use the other parameter. You can be used other parameter also use you can be used in here, but self parameter is normally very demanded and very usable and suitable for the as a parameter in the our method or functions. Okay, so Control S. Here have the self, here have to pass the value self as an object to name equals to hurry, you can see, and self dot address is equals to ktm. Okay, and so other one functions also create this functions also to define the answer defined from this init method. Okay, so next one functions also create div details self parameter also use in here, and so print self dot name. Okay, div address self print self dot address. Now now I want to create a new I want to create an object obj. Object name is just declared obj. This self parameter, this self to point out this object. Okay, obj. We just create a so anything object name in our coding platform, in our coding. Okay, this self parameter to declare this object. Okay, to point out this object here have you can anything to create the denote the object Okay, now I just created object name is obj. So here have stored the student class name, student. Okay, and so obj date dot details and obj dot address. Control S. You can see obj this object to declare in here to define the functions name and so call these functions detail functions from here. Okay, this address denoted from this object, and so from this functions diff address self these functions. Okay, now here have to clarify that these programs. So init method. Okay, this init methods to declare as pass the any attributes in here within this method, but here have declared this method. Here have to so define the all the attribute values have to declare within these other functions of the other functions from other functions. Okay, to declare the from other functions. Okay, this is also attribute. Okay, so you can see the result this attribute this program using the init method python 3 day26.py. Okay, so type it error, type error not capable obj address. Here have used the address. Okay, yes address, and so as address. Control S. Okay, you can see the result. Okay, you can see the result of this program in here. So student obj the details here have declared the students details. Now self parameter object as an object to declared in here self name to defined from here init. Okay, this is name and address and hurry and ktm so declared are defined within this init method. This parameter this attributes also declared within the other functions like these functions also to call this attribute, right? You can see the result in here are our screen hurry and ktm, student's name as hurry and so student address is ktm. This also defined within these functions and so this object to declared in here this detail this address from these functions, and so here have execute of this program result in here in our terminal, right? Student name is hurry, student name is ktm. It's a simple program of the init method within our Python programming language. Okay, bye bye.